Thanks to photojournalist Lexi for putting that one together for us.
This tiny little oak tree was just planted yesterday. Volunteers and folks from the city of Harrisburg were out and planted about 20 of these in the Uptown neighborhood.
Think of the trees as like the lungs of a city. They produce oxygen, they cool the air, they intercept pounds of pollutants every year.
According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, one tree can provide a day's supply of oxygen for up to 4 people, while also cleaning carbon dioxide from the air.
We are actually losing more trees than we replace each year in Harrisburg.
Harrisburg's Department of Parks, Recreation, and Facilities manages a shade tree program in which volunteers and city workers plant new trees every spring.
They're really critical to, besides being beautiful, they provide just a tremendous amount of benefits.
This year, City Forester Ellen Roan will guide volunteers to plant 75 trees in Uptown. She says the city chooses blocks where there isn't much tree cover in an effort to not only help environmentally, but to beautify city streets. Ellen says trees and plants are infrastructure.
Green infrastructure is our parks and our trees, and they make a city livable.
These new trees need about 15 gallons of water a week, so the city of Harrisburg is asking anyone that lives near these newly planted trees, come out, bring your watering can, give them a drink, and help them grow big and strong. In Harrisburg, Megan Majensky, CBS 21 News. Looking back 44 years, Middletown residents like Maria Frisbee remember exactly where they were when the partial meltdown happened at 3 Mile Island.
It makes me think of just being scared that I would lose my life that night.
On March 28, 1979, an issue with a pressure valve and a series of human errors led to radioactive steam pouring out of the plant, resulting in days of high radiation levels in central PA.
I was actually in 9th grade, and in my general business class, all of a sudden, all of these parents start rushing to our school. They were frantic. They looked really scared, and we were like, what in the world's going on?
Though no mandatory evacuation was ever put in place, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission said pregnant women and small children should leave the area. It's estimated about 40% of people evacuated.
I was a senior in high school. I remember them, they came around and they told us something happened down the plant. You know, don't panic. And they're going to take us somewhere, you know, then our parents will pick us up later.
The partial meltdown forever changed how the U.S. would think about nuclear energy. A History Channel article calling the official response a textbook example of what not to do during an emergency.
They told everyone to go home and to shut their windows and to shut their doors, as if that was going to keep the radiation out.
And though energy officials say there were no injuries or adverse health effects from the partial meltdown, people like Frisbee still believe it was a cover-up.
I just think that it was a lot worse than what the NRC said it was.
It's spooky season, and here at Field of Screams, they're celebrating 31 years of harvesting fear. You can come check out the new updates and attractions for this Halloween season.
Field of Screams started back in 1993. That was 31 years ago. So we're calling this our Halloween year because it's our 31st season of Screams. The way it started was, this was our family farm growing up. My brother and I took one of Dad's tractors and wagons. We mowed a path in the cornfield, and we took people on a tour of terror.
Let's see what's next.
Like the owner just said, it's Halloween year here at Field of Screams, but expect some changes if you plan to go this year. Some changes put in place this year include an all-new asylum basement, a new den garage, and many others. Customers coming in and out of here can never be too careful. You never know what's coming around the corner.
Field of Screams brings in tens of thousands of customers each year, so the economic impact is really immense. People are booking rooms. We're buying a lot of products locally.
Field of Screams hours of operation are 6 to 11 p.m. on weekends, including 7 to 9 p.m. on Thursdays. They will be operating from now until mid-November.
Try test your luck out here. See if you can make it. It's a test for you.
You can visit fieldofscreams.com and click on the Buy Tickets link to get your tickets before the spooky season is over. Andrea Snowdy, CBS 21 News. They still remain the minority. Today, women make up 17.5% of our active duty military. According to the Pew Research Center, the number of active duty enlisted women has almost doubled since the 1970s.
I decided to join the military because I was inspired by my older brothers. They both joined the National Guard. I saw how the National Guard pushed them to become better people, better leaders, and better soldiers, and inspired me to do the same because I wanted a challenge and an adventure.
About 8th grade, I always wrote in English class about wanting to join the military, so I kept with it and followed my dreams, and 21 years later, here I am still currently serving the Pennsylvania Army National Guard.
Since the Revolutionary War, women have found ways to join the fight to independence. President Harry S. Truman signed the Women's Armed Forces Integration Act in 1948, allowing these women to fully serve in uniform.
It makes me feel proud that young girls and women are entering the military and they see that they can grow in the military and that they can achieve any rank, any role. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for young women and girls to pursue careers in the military, and it's up to us as leaders to continue to inspire the younger generation to join.
Sergeant Cody McCall says that despite her love for the military, being a wife and a mother has been the biggest struggle with deployments and training. Over her 21 years of service, she has learned to balance both her personal and military life.
I've had a lot of women tell me, how can you do this? I don't think I could do it, but I told them anything is possible. You know, you got to follow your dreams and just push yourself.
It is what it is. These are the potato donuts I made. Franken donut, we've got some pieces, and these kind of look like some eyeglasses here. This is a farm show favorite food. I think we're just going to leave it to the professionals.
We make them fresh every day. We sell out every night.
Of all the smells at Farm Show, this is one of the best.
The potato growers have been selling potato products at the farm show since its start.
The potato growers started selling baked potatoes for 5 cents a piece out of coolers out on Cameron Street.
The starchy snacks aren't just a tasty treat. It's a huge fundraiser for the nonprofit.
We market potatoes for our 28 grower member families. It helps pay our office staff, office expenses throughout the year.
After a drought and the increasing cost of everything from fertilizer to fuel, it's important work.
They're able to spend their time nurturing the crop, raising it, and they don't have to worry about marketing it.
The co-op sells thousands upon thousands of donuts each year, all to keep the crops on our table.
Listen, even if they look bad, they still taste the same. At the farm show, Megan Bajetsky, CBS 21 News.
Totally at the mercy of Mother Nature right now.
A mild winter isn't a great thing for fruit growers.
These trees, as soon as they feel the earth start to warm, they start to wake up out of that dormant phase that they're in the winter.
Ellie Branage is a third-generation farmer at Hollavow Brothers Farm in Adams County. This year, they're treating the trees to prevent frost and disease.
We're going to be on high alert, watching those overnight lows. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot we can do about it.
While the farmers are busy planting, grocers are getting ready to set up locally grown items in stores.
Palmball is a key provider for us in our store year-round.
Carnes Food stocks hundreds of locally grown and made goods marked by these labels.
A strong economy is better for us as a store, and it's better for everyone that lives within the community.
Branich says we see the importance of shopping local when dealing with supply chain issues. It's easier for local growers to get their products to the consumer.
So many businesses that support what we do are located right here within our county. We've been able to control, our own trucking of our fruit such that we've been able to be a reliable supplier to customers like Carnes.
Plus, she says consumer demand for local products is up.
There is something to be said for the security in knowing where your food comes from and that it's produced by people you trust on farmland that you can see when you drive to and from work.
You can head to the farm and actually see the trees and the ground that our fruits and veggies are grown from. In Adams County, Megan Majensky, CBS 21 News.
Means that we got a lot of Amazon customers in the area.
Packages stacked on packages. This is what's inside the new Amazon delivery station in Mount Joy.
It's the last place a package goes before it hits your doorstep. They start in the fulfillment center, they move on to a sortation center, then they come here.
It looks like a big video game. Employees scan a package, then the shelf lights up where it's supposed to go.
When you open up a site, Folks here gotta eat, they gotta shop, so it helps the local community as well.
Amazon will need 150 new employees to work this 400,000 square foot building, all of them making $17.50 or more an hour.
We're always so grateful when any company chooses to locate a significant portion of their operation here in the county.
Congressman Lloyd Smucker touring the facility, saying Amazon has brought over 25,000 jobs to Pennsylvania.
We're here to celebrate with them and celebrate what we hope will be a long-term partnership that's beneficial to both them and to our community.
Bringing these smiles to your home faster than before. In Mount Joy, Megan Majensky, CBS 21 News.